part 2 of my tools YouTube hop. So in this video, I want to show you how I use these tools to create 3 different types of bows that you can use for Christmas. And they are certainly bows that or tutorials that I have not come up with. These are tutorials that I've used throughout my crafting and that I've seen on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of them out there, and I will link the one that I followed for this, because this one I did create using a tutorial that With Love Brie has. And the other ones, like I said, there are a ton of videos for the other ones. This is one of my favorite bows ever. This is an SVG cut file from the Silhouette Design Store. But the bows that we'll be making today are this layered bow right here, this classic Christmas bow, and then this standard layered bow right here. So we'll be creating these 3 bows, which I think are so super cute. So the first bow we're going to make is the classic Christmas bow, and you'll need 5 strips of paper for that, measuring 1 inch wide. So I'm going to cut those down and then I will be right back. So you can create these bows using different measurements. You can just play around with them. My favorite measurement is this one right here. Like I said, it takes 5 strips of paper to create these bows. You need 3, this one in particular, 3 that measure 1 by 10 and 2 that measure 1 by 9, and that creates this size of bow right here, and this is my favorite one. But for this one, I've decided to try a little smaller one. These are super cute, so we'll see how that goes. I am going to break up these paper fibers using this score tool. So I'm just gonna kind of give those a little curve. Like so. Same thing for this. You don't really need to do that, but it just helps break up those fibers, and it's just easier to create. So we're kind of gonna try to look for the center. You can certainly measure or just eyeball. So you bring these edges in to the center to find your center. I think that's about right there. So I brought this in, and I am going to flip this over to create this little like triangle shape up here. So like so, bring this in, flip it over, and this is where we will glue our pieces together. This is what we are trying to end up with. So I am going to add some glue right here to this piece and hold it down just so it'll take, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to all these pieces, and I will be right back. So this is what you will end up, 3 of this size and 2 of this size, and then you just start layering those. So you add some glue to the back center of it and start stacking them. They are really easy to make. You just stagger the layers like so. So this is what we have so far. None of them are lined up. You're just kind of staggering those layers. Starting to take its shape. This final piece you will fold in like so, add some glue to the bottom, and then kind of just tuck it in there, holding it with something, not burning your fingers. Try not to burn your fingers with this hot glue. And so there is our little bow. I think these are so cute. Like I said, you can make different sizes just depending on the measurements that you decide on. it takes 5 strips of paper. You need 3 of one size and 2 of the other size, and that is how you come up with these. So next up, I will be doing this bow right here. This is a layered bow. I followed a tutorial by With Love Brie, and I will show you how I did that. So these are the pieces that we will need for this layered bow. Super, super simple. You will need 5 pieces for the bow, and then 2 pieces for the little tails of the bow. These are my scissors. So what I do is just stack up these tails, what I'll use for the tails, and I'll have the measurements linked, or not linked. I'll have the measurements in the description box, but basically these tails are a half inch wide by 1 3/8 inches long. And so I just grab my scissors, find the center, cut, and then from this corner to that center, cut, from this corner to that center, cut. There's your tail. You'll repeat that on the opposite end. Find the center, cut, corner to center, corner to center, and take your time with this. I'm just trying to go a little quickly to for the sake of this video, but yeah, definitely take your time with this. You want your tails to look perfect. This is where you would either do your stitching or maybe distress the edges with some ink up the edges with some distress ink. Again, for the sake of this video, I'm simply going to continue without doing that. I'm just going to curve these papers a little, break up those fibers once again so that it's easier to put together, curling those in, because this is not double-sided paper. It's easy to know what side you're using. So the side that you won't be using will go on the inside of that curve, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is going to be the little centerpiece. So those are my 5 pieces for my bow. These are my tails. These sides I'm going to fold upward. So I want those to curl upward because they are going to be like this at the bottom of the bow. You can see that there. So these will curve upward. We're going to glue these together and just form a little cross. Pretty simple, very easy to do. So that is for our tail. And like I said, take your time with this. You want these to be straight. I'm going a little quickly just for the sake of this video. So these 2 ends right here, you want to meet in the center. You'll center those up without folding the edges, because you want that edge to keep its shape, its puffy little shape. So you'll glue these down. And you'll follow the same for all of these. Find the center, add some glue to it, and just hold that down. Again, not folding these little edges because you want them to stay nice and full and keep their shape. Okay, so we have glued down these 4 pieces. Now for that final piece, I'm just going to add some glue to the edge. And then bring this edge over and holding that down, creating like a little cylinder for the center. So we'll start with the 2 larger pieces. We'll glue those down and we will do the same technique, just creating a little cross. Just eyeballing that and centering that as best as possible. We'll do the same with these two pieces right here. Add some glue to the center, cross those. Now we'll add some glue to this center. Layer this on top, staggering it, making sure not to have them all lined up. So this is what it looks like when you add all 4 of those pieces together. Now you'll add this little centerpiece. Look for the little edge that you glued together. That's the part you're going to want to glue to the bottom just to give it a nice, clean, finished look. You'll add that right there in the center. And then you have your little fishtails. You're going to add some glue to that in the center. And again, using that same technique of staggering, you will add this to your fishtails. And there you have your layered bow. Isn't that so cute? I love this paper. This paper right here is Pink Paisley Go the Scenic Route, and this is my favorite patterned paper from that collection. These are from Merry Days, and I think this one might be from Hey Santa, but I'm not sure. So these this one right here is stitched. These other ones are not, but still I think they are so cute. That's what they look like. Bree has in her tutorial, she'll show you how to layer them. So make sure to check that out. They would look so cute with like a gold sparkle paper layer at the bottom of each strip. I think that would be so cute. So make sure to check that out, and we are on to our next bow. So for this bow, it is the standard layered bow. This is what it will look like. It'll have these little fishtails at the bottom and then 2 layers for the bow itself. I think they are so cute. Look at this one right here with this beautiful Merry Days paper and this beautiful poinsettia in the center. You can use flat back jemmies for that. So for this one, you do need a envelope punch board. I am going to move this out of the way. These 3 strips of paper measure 1 inch wide by 6 inches long, and these are 1 by 5. So you need 2 1 by 5 and 1 by 6. And again, these measurements will be listed down below. So what we need to do is find the center of this paper. I'm going to start off with the longest one. This measures 1 by 6. So to find the center, we know that that would be at the 3-inch mark. So we line it up with the 3-inch mark and punch. That gives you that little punch for the center. Again, line it up with the 3-inch mark and do the opposite side. And so to create this bow, so now we have the center of our bow. To create this bow, we'll be folding this in this direction, and that'll create our bow. So what we need to do is round these edges. You can simply use the opposite edge of your envelope punch board and round that edge. Same thing on the opposite side, round the edge. And this is what you're left with. We'll repeat that with this one. This measures 1 by 5. So the halfway mark would be at 2.5 inches. We'll line that up there, punch, turn it around, line it up again at the 2.5, punch, round those edges. Super fast, super easy, guys. This bow is so easy. So again, this is 1 by 5. We'll line it up at 2.5. Line it up at 2.5. So that gives you that center. This one, is going to be the bottom part of the bow, the part that has the little tail on the end. this part right here. So to create that little tail, you will simply have to find the center of this right here. You just line it up right in the center and punch, and that gives you that little fishtail. Now we'll do that on the opposite end, line it up, and that will give you your little fishtail as well. So again, I did not come up with these. There are so many videos out there that show you how to do these and different types of bows, different styles. So what we'll do, I went ahead and broke up those fibers just like we've done with the other bows. With this one, we'll add some glue to this end right here, and we'll bring that up to the corners right here. Just hold that in. Normally when you're making a bow, you line it up in the center, but with this one you don't want to do that because you don't want that visible. So you are going to line it up corner to corner. So again, you just add some glue to the edge and line it up right here. Add some glue to the center, and this will go right here on your fishtail. That's the longer strip. And then for the top strip, you'll do the same thing, add glue to this edge, line it up, you'll add glue to this edge, line it up, we're adding glue to the center. We're going to layer that, glue that down right there. And then you can add whatever little gemmy you would like to add, or a little flower or anything like that. I have this little gold star. I think I'll just add that. So there is my standard layered bow, and these are all the bows I have created. So far we have these layered bows, these classic Christmas bows in different sizes. I really love this one so much. I think that's so cute. This one has a little star. These colors right here are just gorgeous. So all of these bows, I think they are just so cute. And they are all made using my favorite tools in my craft room, or at least the tools that I use the most with every project. So I hope you guys check out that YouTube hop part 1. Make sure to check out all the girls, and then I will also link the tutorial with Labrie so you can see how to layer these. And if you decide to make some of these, tag me. I'd love to see what you make. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.